So we were talking about Beelzebub, or sometimes it is called Beelzebub. So you see, my dear brothers and sisters, yun ang demon of gluttony, greed, no? Ang dala daw nitong temptation na ito, evil spirit, is lust. Yan, mga kadustaan, mga kabastusan, no? Masyadong mahilig, no? Very much wanting to satisfy the body. Yan, so you are in conformance sa, or in obedience kay Beelzebub or Beelzebub, no? So if you indulge so much, you will be possessed. So it's so easy for you to character assassinate anyone, organize a crime, organize to put a stop in a good work, on a good relationship, no? True love being hindered. I am a victim of that, right? And Ian Angelo King is one person who has done that to me, to two people. First to Daniel Chong Jr., second to Archie King, no? And I do not know why he has been tracking me down, no? He has been chasing me as if, even when he had already the, Barbie doll that he has, Joey me, he has been chasing me, telling people daw na may relasyon yata kami, nakikipag-usap to the people who knows me, and then he would lie, he would make up stories, to malign me, in essence, telling people to do something bad to me, no? He would pretend that, oh, I'm looking for Miss Martyress, but he's not, really he's not. As if it's a lifetime thing, mission for him to be tracking me down, chasing me, but then again doing something bad to me. So it's stalking, no? Going to my properties without my consent. I do not know really how to feel about him, no? Like, I'm so kilig-kilig naman to be fooled siguro by the evil spirit that he liked me or he wanted me, when in fact he has done really something bad to me, no? Parang yun nga, nawawala daw yung records ko from Asian Institute of Management because he got it. Like, oh, look at this, guys. Yung mga ganun ba, pa-prove pa siya na totoo naman lahat na nandun sa records, no? And to prove that it is really something like organized paninira from their part, no, is that they didn't clarify things until saan. So that is one big proof po of yellow racism. They have like this, only Chinese should flourish, only Chinese should be pretty. And I noticed it also, no, even in ABS-CBN before, no, I'm gonna make this comment already, no, in due respect to Manay Gina Lopez and Ernie Lopez, people I also looked up to somehow, no, their family. They are also Spanish, Filipino, but in particular some programs, like for example what do you call this, BBB, no? I noticed that a lot of times Chinese men and women are given favors. I'm sorry, guys, you could radiate it even through the television. I sense it that even if they are good competitors, most likely Chinese people are the ones who are being given favors. It's okay, no? But to be too much discriminatory as to put down people who are really good, no? Who are doing good in their jobs, who did good in whatever field, in school, etc. Pinupuntirya nyo. Ano, suntukan na lang mga pre, ha, man? Kasi lahat po ng sinulat ko, paisa-isa, talaga, kino-confirm talaga ni Lord God, even in my own life. No? May mga pamangkin ako na may Chinese blood. Oh my goodness, no respect at all. And to think I am half white, mas mataas naman bagay yung white sa yellow, di ba? Actually, kasali din sila doon. Pero of them. Ang alam ko lang ganito ha, you have rituals kasi that's worshiping the devil, no? I am a pastor, my dear Chinoys. Opo. Kasi biktima na rin naman ako lang ang tingnan nyo, no? Kasi I could really feel my land, no? Ako kasi yung nagtiyaga doon with my mom and dad. I didn't know that I would have to claim for it, thinking that I'm gonna die as a convent person, not owning anything, no? But now that I am a lay, it is an obligation, no? It is an obligation. So it's really pretty annoying to know that these people who are vexating me, those who did something bad in my property there, are actually directly the Chinese and encouraged by the Chinese. Oh, nakikita kita doon, Ian Angelo King, sa property ko. No? Nung umpisa nga, parang kilig na kilig ako. O, sino naman to? Bakit hanggang dito naka-chase ka sa akin? For what? Yun pala, parang kung saan ako nandoon, pupunta siya para manira, no? Na yan ay may ginawa doon sa company nila, sa school namin, etc. Things that are not proper, no? Stalking. And then, kasi if you want those things solved, talk to the person. May phone number, etc. You have to ask. At in the first place, who are you? Right? It would have been better if it's the administrator of AIM, which is, if that is the case, that would be a slap on your faces, Asian Institute of Management, if you have questions on records of students, because in the first place, you should not admit students just right at once without questioning every item there. But because of money payment of my company of a big amount in dollars, you wouldn't mind, right? So altogether, it's a scam, it's an illegal thing that you did to my records. No, nakabuntis pa naman si Ian Angelo King dun sa pinaghiningaan niya ng documents. Look, they have alleged murders. No? Diyan mag-umpisa yan, mga mahihilig makialam sa mga records. You have the capacity to kill. So it's Beelzebub na nasa inyo. Because the video clip has shown that the Beelzebub possesses people, no? It possesses people because, example, these people has really indulged already, no? With the little temptations, they go from little temptation, they give in until they could kill people. So you could just imagine also, my dear brothers and sisters, no? Those groups, those religions, no? You know yourselves, you kill people. Nakakita nang naka-lipstick, papatayin na, bubugbugin na. Who are you? Lipsticks are allowed by the Lord God na manufacture siya ng mga cosmetics company. Pwede maglagay ka man ng lipstick if you want. Satan and Beelzebub together, because Satan is the demon of pride, no? Of jealousy and envy, while Beelzebub is a demon of gluttony, very greedy and lustful too. Tingnan mo yan, oh, nakailang girlfriend yan si Ian Angelo King. So there is lustful. He got my record, I think with my brother also, from that woman na ngayon nasa Canada, may anak sila doon, 21 years old, no? Look at that, my dear brothers and sisters. And you could imagine the rest of the Chinese community. That's why we have pandemic, because of the rituals that you have. So if Beelzebub is being obeyed upon, who is also the prince of filth, no? To me, kasi ang representation nga nitong evil spirit na to is what? Bangaw, no? Fly. He goes with the filthy things, no? Mahilig tayong magtambak, madumi yung sahig. I have seen a lot of restaurants na Chinese, no? I am not comfortable uncomfortable about because madudumi. Hindi naman lahat, no? Even the kitchen, if you check, bakit ganun? It's a business. Ang dumi. Tapos sa pag-alamanan ko na it's a ritual, no? Pag masyadong malinis yan, hindi daw maganda. That is where the evil spirits lurks and breeds upon. Kaya kanina po yung reflection ko, I have to make this talk like this, no? Because I am really already very sad. Naiinis ako na ang dami talaga nagme-fixate sa akin sa gamit ko, kung ano yung mga paborito ko, mukhang pinupuntirya. It's either people or evil spirits. Kasi meron din pong mga spirits na kinukuha nila yung gamit, tapos makikita mo na lang yan after some time na nasa isang gilid. They are also evil spirits. Because I was looking for my lip gloss, kung ano ba yung paborito ko, wala. So may nag-alam na naman dito. So it's either tao or evil spirit. Kasi nare-remember ko ngayon, meron talaga mga spirit na gano'n na tinatago yung mga gamit. No? I could remember one coverage of, I do not know if Jessica Soho yun, na may spirit na tinatago yung mga underwears ng mga babae na nakasampay. Tapos after some time, nakuha nila sa isang parang, ano ba yun? Parang basurahan or something. Inipon po doon. Tapos evil spirit po yung gumawa noon. So that is very much happening in our midst, my dear brothers and sisters. So ito, kay Ian Angelo, no? Instead of ako, sinabi ko na mahal na kita. Kung totoo man talaga yun na we are really meant for each other, but you have exercised your freedom and free will to choose what is evil, wala ako magagawa. That's why I am trying to enlighten you, to give you a chance na sana you would listen to me as a pastor. If you don't respect me, bahala ka. You represent the whole Chinese community. I am already telling you, you have rituals. Tingnan mo, 2 days ago, somebody gave me advice, no, to confirm again my prognosis, no, something like I have discerned, no. Sabi ko, ano ba yung rituals kasi na mga ginagawa, di ba? Because I have even seen parang filthy pit, something like that in my vision, no? And the representation of the dragon, my dear minamahal ko mga Chinoy and Chinese, no? Chinese in the whole world. The dragon is one form of Satan, no? Satan daw, in my recent research, he takes different forms. That's why, of course, to deceive people. And one form of it is serpent and the dragon. No? So tama yung nakakwento natin na sa original sin, it was really dragon. And because of what it has accomplished, no, to make Adam and Eve fall and committed original sin, the curse of the Lord God was that it would not have any limbs any longer and would move through its chest, no, on the ground. So that is already the serpent, no, the snake. So yung dragon po talaga is a representation of Satan. Satan. So si Satan is a demon of pride, no? Of pride, of envy, jealousy. Sobrang inggit. Ayun, napupunta ka doon. No? Na you missed out what is good in you. You missed out love, true love. You see, Ian, I want to address this to you here because you do not want to talk to me. But you affected so much my life through the years. Baka nga earlier than AIM pa yung nangyaring ito because my tito No? I could see Archie entering our warehouse there for the GRM Patvet, no, and Record Safekeeping Incorporated. He was even looking at me. I could see in my vision, no? So as far as that time, nangingialam na kayo sa buhay namin, okay lang naman sana kung nangingialam ka in a positive way. But you need to be like asking permission from the person because we have freedom and free will. That's also what we could experience here sa mga Bajola. Parang, sino kayo na parang bigla na lang yung papasok sa gate namin? We don't even know them. They are migrant pest. Tapos yun pala, connected sila sa Chinese. Oh, sinusugo nyo ba yan, Ian? Ha? I have a right naman. No? So this is my advice. You Chinese people, you are shamed already by the Lord God in the whole world. For the pandemic was really created by you. The virus is a created one. I have confirmed it today. Because when I was sick, may pumapasok po sa isip ko ng last December, no? I told you, I think it was COVID also, but I survived, no? Last December. I was almost dying if I did not also went to the doctor. Because usually when I get sick, I self-medicate. I just rest, take paracetamol, eat on time, drink like this, like that, and put on menthol in my chest. That's what I do usually, and then after a day or two, I'm already okay. But December was not. No? I almost died. So what was entering into my mind is that one, no? Evil rituals ang pumapasok po sa isip ko and related sa devil, yung sickness na yon. At the same time, it was even being given to me in my mind that to the extreme, this COVID-19 is like that of a zombie, no? Na to the extreme daw po, pag so much infection na sa tao, ang actions na ng mga patients na infected niyan is like that of the zombie. Eh ako nga lang po, yung matigas na yung paa ko, tinitingnan ko yung sarili ko, tapos parang nagbangis po ako, yung parang tumapang po ako, something like that. Nagulat nga yung bata dito kasi nagalit ako kasi sabi ko, hindi ako chinecheck. Diba? 2 days ako hindi bumababa. Wala nagche-check, diba? Na kung ano ba, buhay pa ba yan? So I was also surprised with myself. No? As I have told you, it was Blessed Carlo, of course, my guardian angel, yung mga souls na po kasi naghihab sa akin. So I was able to survive, no? Even inspiring me to post in the Facebook to be helped. Because, of course, I don't have income, so I don't have money. No? So confirm po today that related po sa devil. No? So if you want healing, it has to be spiritual, my dear brothers and sisters. No? So binibigyan ako ni God pala ng parang talagang discerning power pagkatapos kino-confirm niya kasi always hindi ako confident, no? Parang I want proof, I want clarification, further, further evidences, something like that. And that's it. Today, in my little study about Satan and Beelzebub, ayun, pumasok po siya kung ano yung rituals po natin dyan na gusto natin may mga madumi-dumi, no? We breed on bacteria, of course. God is a God of order and peace and cleanliness. So if we do the opposite, it means to say that we are trying to obey the enemy. Diba? I already told you, it's either God, we take on the side of God, or the enemy, which is the devil. So yung filth po, filth, no? Filth. Beelzebub is a demon of filth. Prince of filth daw. Yun po ang sinasabi doon. No? So, yun po ang maaano ko po sa inyo, ma-share ngayon na sana naman iyan, huwag kang magalit. Pero, I have a right. Wala ka pating kibo because you have accomplished it. Diba? Ako naman, on my part, I could forgive you, but you have to be sorry for it first. And you have to clarify with me, explain to me everything so that it would stop. I would understand what's going on, what happened, and say a sincere sorry. Hindi naman ba kita pipilitin kung ano pa man. Although yun ang sinabi ni Lord God na supposed to be you and me. And you make me worry, man. If something happens to you, I could feel it in my heart. You're giving me, sufferings. Tapos sasabihin mo, sino ka naman? Ganyan. Oh. So, I'm addressing this to the, kasi, actually, the other day, there was a former wife of a Chinoy. And then, she really made a way to be out of the marriage. Before, she used to tell us that her husband would lock her up and mistreat her. But I did not know that he was like physically assaulted. No, he is victim of. She is battered wife by the Chinese just because of what? Bitter envy and jealousy. Oh, si Beelzebub yun. Ay, no, Satan. And in turn, ang alam ko rin, for a time, buti nga, happily settled na siya ngayon. Because of that actuation of the husband, she has also succumbed to the temptation of Beelzebub, no? The demon of gluttony. Yung gluttony naman sa kanya, sa lust. Kasi yung sa gluttony, it's not only food. It's about greed. Oh. She went from one boyfriend to the next, and I think sinabay-sabay niya pa, and I think pati ngayon nanligaw sa akin, na-tempt niya, no? Instead of the Chinese guy I was going out with would focus on me, pati yata mga padala sa akin, binigay na lang sa kanya. Because the devil was with her, no? Because being battered wife, she is of course very bitter. And if you do not control your bitterness, you would succumb to the devil. No, she has succumbed. Yeah, somebody even told me that, she is very sexy, no? Na nagpatol sa army, something like that. Kung kani-kanino daw nagpatol. I have to reveal all of these things, my dear brothers and sisters. Kasi otherwise, paano yun? Not only to download may sama ng loob, but as witnessing also that all of these are evil acts. No? Para sa akin, nilandi. No? In-offer yung sarili niya for sex. Para ma-distract. Spirit of Lust by Beelzebub. Ayan, sinabihan niya po ako na somehow in a message na hindi daw ako mag-asawa sa Chinese kasi masasama daw. Sabi ko, why? Sabi ko pa nga, okay lang, I will obey as a wife so long as it's not illegal and it's not sinful. It's easy for me to obey. Yung halimbawa, yung sinasabi niya kasi na hindi siya pinapalabas, ganyan. For me, if I am with a person that I love inside the house, okay lang sa akin. No? Yung pala, mag-lipstick lang siya, mag-makeup lang, binubugbog na po siya nung asawa. Now, in that story, I do not know. Baka naman may namataan naman yung husband na makikipag-meet siya. Knowing the story that ganun ang nangyari, it's possible na meron ding foresight yung husband. Di pinagbubugbog yata siya. Ba't ka nagli-lipstick? May maa-attract sa'yo. Something like that. And I believe na may right naman yung husband. Pero but to physically assault the wife is a big no-no. Diba? Dapat nun, dialogue lang. What is it? I think dapat ganon. Dialogue na a little bit of confrontation. But physical assault, my goodness. That's why we could see, even in marriage, in married life, God has to be in the center. What if Satan is with you? And the spirit of Beelzebub? Tempting. Imaginein mo yan, married woman, battered. Gusto naman i-spread yung bitterness sa ibang babae. Kasi yun ang nakarating sa akin. Kinukuha niya pati yung mga gifts daw for me. O kagaya yun dun sa receptionist sa dorm, no? Sino yung nag-tempt sa kanila ng ganyan? Both si Satan tsaka si Beelzebub. No, si Satan kasi for the bitter envy and jealousy. No, and pride. O bakit siya ang magre-receive niyan? Sino naman siya? Ako ang mas special dito. Ako ang reyna, no? Self-proclaimed na mga reyna. Kaya niya nagawa yun, tapos friend ko pa yun. Oh. Yung pa naman ang sinasabi diyan na si Beelzebub pati. Ang temptation daw niyan, yung mga mas masarap yan kasi sa kapatid kong spouse or partner or manliligaw or sa best friend ko, sa friend ko. Oh. Opo, naintindihan nyo na who is the one making you to do those things because we have been created by the Lord God in goodness, in love and charity. But you could afford to do those things. Oh, nandiyan si Beelzebub sa inyo. See? Para sa akin yung flower, kinuha. No, tapos all together, hindi ko na alam sino pala yung nanliligaw. Wala nang nag